Irfan Rasuli. I'm R&D engineer in UC Davis.
Hi, my name is Ines Dano and I'm a third-year PhD student at UC Davis.
Hi, my name is Raymond Odile. I'm a master's student at UC Davis.
I'm Emily Fricke. I'm a third-year PhD student at UC Davis.
Hi, my name is Romuel Safar Coulon, and I'm a PhD student at UC Davis.
Hi, my name is Vinod Narayanan. I'm a professor in the Department of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering and Associate Director of the UC Davis Western Cooling Efficiency Center. In my group, we apply the fundamentals of heat and mass transfer towards increasing the energy efficiency of devices, processes, and systems. In other words, we work on process intensification. Our broad goal is to reduce carbon emissions by improving energy efficiency of thermal processes and create compact, high-efficiency solutions in the area of thermal management of electronics, industrial processing, residential HVAC, and desalination. Students, some of whom have introduced themselves, work on a variety of tasks in my group, ranging from experimentation to process modeling to phenomenological modeling and simulations. Our group is highly collaborative and we collaborate across disciplines and with other university partners, industry, and national labs to achieve our goals. Now I invite you to look at some snippets of research done in my group. Hope you enjoy it.
Welcome to MUTEL. MUTEL stands for Microthermal Energy Enhancement Laboratory. In this lab, we focus on microgravity passive pumping, plastic heat exchangers, and also thermal condensers for desalination units.
With this setup here, we're running some experiments on a 3D printed plastic heat exchanger. So inside the installation here, we have the heat exchanger, and it's an air-water heat exchanger. So air comes in through this duct into the test section, and we also have some tubing leading to and from a reservoir to flow the water through. This is one of the 3D printed plates that constitutes the heat exchanger, and right now we're running tests to characterize the heat transfer performance.
One of the research done in this facility is passive pumping.
And passive pumping is the process of pushing liquid using thermal power instead of electrical power.
This research finds applications in electronics cooling, avionics cooling, and microgravity.
Here we have a 10,000 frame per second camera, which we use to take images of bubbles created on engineered surface asymmetries. We later use the images to quantify the effect of engineered asymmetries on passive pumping. And this is an example of an engineered surface asymmetry. In this lab, we focus on thermal desalination. More specifically, we characterize novel condensers for thermal desalination units. This is a prototype of a condenser, which goes inside our vacuum chamber. Liquid flows through the channels and vapor condenses on the outside of the channel. We calculate the Q of condensation and we measure the characteristics of the condenser.
In our group, we have thermal management researchers with wide range of temperature. In this facility, we have equipment that enable us to run experiments on heat exchangers to transfer heat between hot and cold stream. The hot stream can be as high as 800 degrees C while the cold stream can be supercritical carbon dioxide at high pressure as high as 200 bar or 3000 psi.
My research focuses on thermal engineering, particularly heat exchanger design. The US Department of Energy has the need for devices able to withstand high temperatures as high as 700, 800 degrees Celsius. And over here, we have one potential candidate. It's a heatsink. You can think of it as a small-scale heat exchanger that we use for testing. And over here, you have another one of those heat sinks connected to the flow facility that has CO2 flowing through it. So the heat sink is connected to the flow lines, and currently it sits on top of a heat source. So during the experiment, the CO2 flows in, picks up some heat, and exits on the other side, and we gather pressure and temperature data in order to evaluate the performance of the heat sink. So in our group, we also do CFD modeling, and on this screen you can see the CAD version of a heatsink with all the internal features inside, and this CAD model is then imported into a CFD software where we basically try to replicate the experiment and compare the results that we got experimentally with the numerical solution.
Concentrated solar power is a technology that concentrates heat from the sun onto a central receiver. Fluid flows through this receiver and absorbs heat that leads to a significant increase in temperature of the fluid. This hot fluid possesses very high thermal energy, which is useful for applications such as power generation. At the Steel Lab, we have one of the concentrated solar power technologies, which is a parabolic dish. The Steel facility is equipped with a 7-meter parabolic solar dish that is capable of concentrating sunlight by nearly 1,000 times at the focal area. Thus, the Steel Lab has a unique set of capabilities in the area of high temperature and high pressure heat transfer research, along with heat exchanger technology development.
This is a receiver. This receiver goes on top of that dish. In my research, I performed numerical modeling of the heat transfer processes in this receiver to understand the effects on its temperature distribution and the receiver performance.